Okay, I am hot. I think I'm up. That's good. This is a build out for my channel for eventual live coverage, hopefully for later into the year. This is a good first effort here to build out this product, and if anybody's tuning in for this, I hope we can give you some information while we're watching this severe weather tonight. But also, if you have any comments or feedback that you could provide, if you like what you see, I'm still in the process of getting this thing going, getting it built. I think we're getting some good stuff here. And I'm trying to add a little more to this as we go along here. So if you got anything you could add, I really do appreciate it. And I know there's a lot of, I'm pretty sure every doggone weather YouTuber on the planet is out doing this right now. So anyway, this is just my first stab at using the resources that I have to try to get this down to a, well, one thing's for sure, I've got to get Radar Omega going. I'll get that subscription going here soon. I want to do the whole year, and I'm waiting for some money to come in to do it because I don't want to do just a month, so I'm just going to do the whole thing. And I don't have the subscriber base just yet to get in there. I've got one viewer. Hey, welcome on board, whoever you are. I appreciate this. I'm kind of going through my data right now. I'm building out a live weather platform to do these whenever we have these events. Hopefully I'll get a subscriber base big enough to support it. Right now I am way low to do anything on this, but given time, hopefully we can build something good here. I've got some good tools here. I've got kind of going through my different mechanisms here, live radar and different things like that. I still need to add some webcams in here if I can. This is another live radar. I think it's looking pretty nice. And so if you're watching, if you got any feedback, comments, anything that that you kind of like this, here's my water vapor imagery. Although I don't know if I want to stick with that particular source. It looks okay, but I might change that. We'll see. But I do like how this is coming along. I do like the different elements that I have with the thing. And yeah, you know, I've kind of looked at what other people are doing out there, kind of getting a feel for their product and trying to get something that'll work for me with my personal taste. And you know, it won't be exact clones, but you know, why reinvent the wheel if you don't have to? If something works and it looks good, go ahead and do it yourself. You notice I've got a traffic light up here. See that? That's kind of be my little thing. I think we're gonna go weather alert, and I got the traffic light for red, yellow, and when it's green. Just kind of depending on if I'm going to do a daily forecast or something, which I might start doing, putting that in here as well. But this will be something where I can, especially when it's like yellow or we're getting ready to go. Red is when we're in severe weather mode, that kind of thing. So I think that's something that'll work over time. All right, let's see. I love this map. This is something I found Weather Underground that I added here, and what I like about it is that it really allows me to go in and do stuff, which is really good. The only thing that's a little bit of a quirk with it is I do have to refresh it every now and then, and maybe I just need to leave it on refresh every time I do this. So that might be something I do with this, because it seems to lock up when it's just kind of sitting there a little bit. But I do like the fact that I can zoom in here to any of these particular warnings and stuff that's going on, and I can light them up. And there you go, severe thunderstorm warning there, remains in effect until 8:45. I can read it. I actually figured out how to get that right, so I can actually pull up these warnings, pop them up, read them. Really good. I like that look. It's real easy to use. I can move this around, go over here to Ohio. I can light up this one. That's the tornado watch that's there. Tornado watch. Oh, there's a thunderstorm warning there. So this is good stuff. This is really good stuff. So we're I've got a storm chaser. That's my storm chaser one. I've got a storm reports. I like this one here. This is pretty cool. I can go in here and check and see on the latest storm reports. So I can go in here and I can zoom in closer. I can look in here. You can see you got the funnel cloud. That was at 6:07 earlier. I can take a look at the 1-inch hail, 1 3/4 inch hail, a lot of hail, 3-inch hail. So, and it's big enough for I can read it from the screen, which I mean Joe Public can see it. This is good stuff. This is good. I really, really like how this is starting to come out. I got 2 concurrent viewers. Welcome on board. Hey, this is a Weather Nerd's test of a severe weather live as I am rebuilding my product here basically from scratch. Been working on this most of the day for severe weather coverage. I do need to add an additional subscription to Radar Omega. I think that's a must. I've got to add it in here. The services I have is okay, but there's certain things that Radar Omega can do that I really want to add, as far as like the number of severe thunderstorm and warning counts that I want to add. Also, the crawl that I have down there that was manually put in, and I want to make sure that that's automated when there's warnings that come out. I want the crawl to be down there, at least that pop up, and I can see that come up. So that's something I will add into the future, maybe tomorrow. I'm waiting for some money to come in. I want to pay for the whole thing at once, and I don't want to put it on my card. I just want to do the whole thing and be done with it. So, boy, it's going to be a long night for some folks tonight. I can definitely say that. And if you're in any of these areas at night and you do not have a weather radio, definitely make sure that app is on the phone and it is up and ready to go, because it's going to be a very, very long night for some folks, to say the least, here with these storms. You got tornado warning stretching from Ohio. Central Ohio's getting hit, and I was a little surprised with that. I'm going to be honest with you, because I thought with the morning storms, typically when you get thunderstorms that go through during one time period, it kind of steals some of the available energy. I've seen it before that, we're going to get a refire. It doesn't happen in the afternoon. This one did. So, and what's amazing with this is how far north the storm's going from north to south, in the middle of March. It's, usually it's down south, and then it kind of works its way further north. And you got the tornado warnings up in Ohio and stretching all the way back into Arkansas. I think I've got the Arkansas radar up here. That's Little Rock. Yeah, no, that's a severe thunderstorm warning there, right there. So, right near the Hot Springs Village area there, right near Little Rock. So that's pretty good. And then this one is up near Evansville. There's a couple of warnings in there. You can see there. Let me go to my interactive here, because that's not looping there. Let me go to my controls. There's animation here on this one. All right, so there we go. So you got this tornado warning in effect till 9:30 there, and won't let me pop up my text there. So I got this one over here till 9:30 Central Time, and this is 9:45 Central Time. Oh, that one just they just put all these new warnings. Wow, look at this. Wow, I mean, all the way from Indianapolis, stretching all the way down to Evansville. That goes till 10. 9:45, 10 o'clock, 10:15, 10:15, 10 o'clock. Ugh. Just nasty, nasty weather there going into Indiana. So I know I got this one viewer who watches a lot of my stuff, and I told her I didn't think the tornado risk was going to be that high up here. I thought it was really going to be further off to the south. But this has got more punch than what I was originally looking at initially. I thought a lot of this would be further south, but that's not been the case here so far. Going back over to radar here, and gotta figure out where was he chasing from. Let me see here. He's in the Midwest. He's south of Sydney. Oh, yeah, he's in Ohio. Okay, he's in Pick, Ohio. That's where he's at. That's where that storm. Connor Croft is in Ohio, so he's up further north. So let's take a look at his stuff real quick. Let me go switch over to him. Kind of move up here toward. Yeah, Central Ohio's getting hit pretty good right there. You can kind of see. You got 2 tornado warnings up there. I've got severe thunderstorm warning there. A tornado radar indicated there. Come on. Till 10 o'clock. This one goes till 10:15. I really got to get a new mouse too. So this is very active weather. Boy, I tell you, those storm chasers, chasing at night for me is not fun. I mean, I remember the one in Mississippi. He's heading toward a wall cloud. You're looking for that perhaps tornado that's dropping down. Boy, he's going into some really nasty stuff. Connor, be safe there up there, bro. Always call my weather brethren. Anybody who's a meteorologist or worked in the TV business or is a storm chaser, they are like brothers. Almost like when I was in the military, always brother in arms. Same thing for the weather folks, you know. So they're getting out to get the information out there. But I tell you, chasing at night, that is a special breed of gotta be safe, gotta be safe, gotta be safe. That's all I can say about that. You've got to be really cognizant of your surroundings and have an idea of what these storms are doing. And that's the one thing about technology, man. It's really evolved a lot over the years, and a lot of these. When I think back when I first did a few chases back in the late '90s and stuff, oh man, I couldn't imagine. We were trying to do stuff with some really, really off the wall stuff here. So let me see. He's in Ohio, so let's go check let me check some of the storm reports up that way. Oops, I'm sorry. Let me go back to my storm reports. And I'm going to pull back out. He's over here in Ohio. Ohio's had a lot of tornado reports up in here. Look at this stuff. This was at 7:49 Eastern, so that was over an hour and a half ago. There's 8:03 p.m. Eastern Time. Report a half-mile wide tornado crossing State Route 103. That's a healthy tornado there, brother. Reported by emergency managers. What's this sustained storm here? Public, numerous observations of lowering funnel clouds. So this storm here probably dropped this one over here. Law enforcement observed a tornado on Ohio 37. That was at 7:03 earlier. And wow, that's a lot of activity going on tonight. More, I tell you, the tornado parameters did a good job with this, and I got to do a better job of kind of believe what you're seeing with the data, because I mean this is exactly where the highest tornado parameters were showing on the high resolution model this morning. That is right where it was showing it. So that tornado parameters nailed that pretty good. The only reason why I was a little reluctant with it was because of the storms and activity we had in the morning. There have been so many times where we were expecting things to redevelop and they didn't do it. So, but this case, it shows every case is different. That's what makes weather such a challenge for forecasters, is that no two events are the same, to say the least. Here's some of these tornado reports back here. Funnel report. This is in Southern Illinois. So it was a funnel cloud there. This one up here. It's another funnel cloud. Exit on. It was near Neoga. I guess that's what's that called. Near Cumberland, Illinois. Got a couple of reports here. Another more funnel clouds. Both funnel clouds there. Okay. All right. So it has been a very, very busy night, to say the least, here for everybody. You got this. I mean, this is a huge setup. I mean, this is serious stuff. I mean, what's interesting is as we were watching this event getting closer and closer, it didn't look all that impressive initially. But over the last 48 hours, it just really kind of ratcheted up. It was definitely got more of a kick. And I think it's because the trough kind of, it was kind of more of what we call a positive phase. It wasn't a negative phase. And this is kind of shifting a little bit, it's kind of a neutral, but we had such a tremendous warm up. You had all this warm air that comes pumping in here. You got this big, deep trough in here. And it's even lower than that. I mean, heck, you got a big area of low pressure sitting right down in here. I mean, that's the cutoff low that buried out in California there. But I mean, this is a nice explosive run, and I gotta get a new mouse. I really do. I hate that thing doing that. But you see the high greens there on a water vapor imagery. That's very high water content. So flooding, just a tremendous amount of blow up and tremendous wind shear. So you got the winds at the surface kind of coming like this. You got the winds aloft kind of cutting across like this. So that gives you your wind shear, your dynamic spin that's going on in the atmosphere with this. So very significant where they're showing up on the water vapor imagery. Let's go back over to Little Rock again here. Not Evansville, I'm sorry, that's Double Radar 2. And I mean, just all the way Indianapolis, all the way down to Evansville. I mean, that's like 300 miles. That's just nonstop through severe thunderstorm warnings that are cutting through there with this. Starting to evolve into a squall line. Where we're getting the tornado spin-ups is where we were kind of getting little cells that were kind of playing bumper cars with other storms that were popping up across the area. Let's go down here toward Little Rock. We do have one tornado warning there. Let me go ahead and interact on that one as well. So that one goes till 9 o'clock Central Daylight Time. That's just to the east of Little Rock itself. Let's take a look at the storm relative velocity here. I want to go a little bit closer. I really can't see much in there. Let me loop this again. Not showing up very well. All right, let's try this. Let's put on the storm tracks and see what it's showing here. All right. I'll animate that again. Oh, I saw it there. It lit up for 1 second, then it went away. Yeah, let's back that up a little bit. You can see that there's the TBS right there. Boom, there it is right there. That's a tornadic signature that showed up on the radar scan. 90% chance of hail, 1.5 inch size hail on radar indicated. Echo top's about 30,000 feet. So, typically, like when you get into later in the spring and the summer, you'll get thunderstorm tops that go way up even higher than that. So, but there's the locations in the past that lit up on that TBS. It was only there for one scan, and then it kind of went away. It was there. There it is again. 100% chance of hail. 3.25 inch hail in that section. Wow, that's very impressive. Very impressive indeed. And then and there it is on the next scan. 100% hail. 3-inch hail. So, and then it went away. It just went on that way on the last scan. So there it is right there. So that's that TBS. That's what set up that warning right on the corner. Reform, Peyron, Williams Junction, Thornburg, and North Point. So, yeah, definitely. If you're in the Little Rock area there to the east of town, there, you definitely want to make sure you take it easy. And let me look at the. I'm gonna put the county names on there real quick. What is that? That is. Looks like Saline County. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Oof, just that is a rough night, and at least the scan is not showing the TBS there, so it may have got lifted. That's not unusual to see that. Let me go ahead and put this back in. I'm in storm relative velocity. Let's try radial velocity 1. Let's see what that looks like there. And I'm just kind of. Okay, yeah, I see it on the southern part. I'm going a little closer here. Yeah, there it is. Let me turn these off real quick so I can see and learn a little bit better. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So I'm talking about right through there. Kind of see it right through there. Yeah. Absolutely need to take cover in that area to say the least. At least the TBS did go away a little bit, but it looked like it's trekking. It's just trekking right off to the, it's going off in this general direction here. So it's stays on that path. It's southern part of Little Rock, about 25 miles, 28 miles away from Little Rock. The outskirts of Little Rock, it's about 20 miles away. So at that speed. Probably within, less than an hour for sure, it's going to move into the Little Rock area. So got to be careful if you're in that particular area right now. I'm trying to turn our warnings back on. Severe thunderstorm warnings back on. At least the TBS did lift up there. So, but there's an elevated rotation, and when you get these tornadoes, they can sometimes hop skitch. They can come down, touch for a little while, go back up, reform, and then drop again. That's not unusual to see that. So. There's the radial velocity again. Let me put the controls, put that back in play mode there. All right, so could see additional warnings going out ahead of the system here in the up ahead counties. Let's see here. Turn on those counties real quick because I'm not familiar with that particular area. County by county names. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to zoom in here a little closer. Polsky County. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I can see a little hook in there for sure. So let me go back to controls here and we'll stop that. turn this off again here. And yeah, you can see it very nicely in there. I'm gonna pull this over here so I don't lose this. I need to keep these up over here. I got two screens, use them. You see the little inflow notch in there? Right in there, that is your signature right through here. So you got a little bit of hook, so you get a little wraparound on the back end right there. So the Little Rock area needs to watch this storm very, very carefully. Obviously could have some problems with that particular cell as it continues to move off there. And there's the pathway. Even though, to me, looking at the velocity mode, it looks like it was just moving direct west to east, although the notch still showing it moving to the northeast. So 3 1/4 inch hail, that's like the baseball size hail there. That's going to do some damage, to say the least. 42,000 foot top, not bad at all. There's the pathway there. These are displaying in Eastern time. I've got to figure out how to switch it over to Central time when I'm on a Central time computer. But that is 8:44 in Perone, 9:01 in North Point, 9:05 in Pinnacle, and 9:06 in Y. So let me go ahead and put this back into animation mode here. But that is a very mean looking cell, to say the least. Let me turn my warnings back on here. All right. So we're watching that. Let's go back out to a wider perspective here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this wider look here. And I'm going to move. Let me go to this one here. There we go. Let's go ahead and move this here and interact here. I'll move this down. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 tornado warnings that I'm counting right now, and a whole ton of severe thunderstorm warnings. Just all up and down that line. I mean, just amazing. Look at the length of this thing. We're talking from Ohio, the Pennsylvania line, stretching all the way back to just north end of Dallas. I mean, that is amazing to see that. To see that kind of stuff that far out. I mean, we're talking. You're talking about a very, very impressive line, to say the least, right through there with this particular storm. All right, let's see. Why are you not working? That's a good question. All right. Maybe it's because I didn't turn this one off. And no. All right. Like I said, all right, we're troubleshooting as I'm doing this right now. So nope, that one's not working. So I got to come back and try to fix that later. All right. Let's see if it'll work on this one. Oh, well, that might be the problem. He's not all the way up there. So, let's see if that works. Yeah, that's it. Here we go. Like I said, we're trying to troubleshoot and build an effective channel here. Hey, I picked up a viewer. That's nice to see. I appreciate that, guys. Whoever came on the channel, because I want to do this on a regular basis, guys. For those who are watching, I really do. In order to get there and be effective and reach the highest possible number of people, I've got to get my subscriber base up. I don't have enough. And if I'm going to be competitive at all with the other YouTubers out there, and I've been doing this for a while, I think I got a pretty good wealth of experience. I've got a lot of friends in the business and who've done this for years, and I think I got a lot of knowledge I like to share. But I want to do this on a regular basis, and to do this, I need support. So I need anybody who comes on to subscribe and get a thing, because the way the YouTube algorithm is working, and I was moving pretty good there for a while. Then it just hit the brakes and just stopped completely. And when it comes to nowcast or day events like these, man, I just don't get anything. I don't get any kind of responses. So we're gonna get there, and this is a test day anyway for severe weather. So I'm glad anybody here who is watching or tuning in get this. And I tell you, it's a very, very rough night here across areas of the Midwest, all the way down into Arkansas and extreme Texas. And even on top of that, really, we can't forget. I was watching some video out there. I think I still got that camera. Let me take a look here. Let me switch back over to studio mode here, and I'll see if I've got it. Yeah, I do. This here is Denver, Colorado. Let me switch over there. They're getting a blizzard out there. I mean, it has been snowing and dumping like crazy there. It's just going to be falling all night. They're getting some very good snows there right now. But the big thing is they'll survive with the snow. They're used to it. But the folks with the severe weather, that is the big bread and butter, to say the least, right now with this. So let me go ahead and zoom back. Let me go put this back out of my studio mode here. There we go. And let's go back to, I'm going to do my interactive. I want to zoom in a little bit closer here. So you can see where all these warnings are. We'll start up here in Ohio. All right, got that tornado warning here till 10:15 Eastern. This Central Time's 9:15, so take an hour off. I mean, just a very tremendous line here. I mean, stretching all the way back here. That is just a very long line of storms going from Ohio, stretching all the way back into Illinois. Indiana getting hit pretty good right now. I hope this one lady who was really concerned about these storms is watching this. I said, hey, take it easy. But this is a pretty healthy line that's coming into southern Indiana right now with these storms. So let me zoom in here a little bit closer, and that's a very impressive line. Not saying these are a little bit different than the storms down to the south. I mean, you're getting a pretty healthy squall line through here. That's kind of coming right through here, but you can get little spin ups that'll they can travel right up the side of those wall clouds, and you get quick little drop ups. Not seeing anything there that's really catching my eye where they've got those current warnings up right now. But I'll have to change over my Doppler radar over to, well, let's go take a look at that real quick. So let me close that out. Let me go back to my studio mode here. Let's go, I only need to switch radar. So let me go over to, no, that's the one I'm looking at. That's correct. I'm switch over here. I was over that one. My bad. Let's go. I'm on the Evansville, Indiana radar right here. So let's go in and take a closer look at that one. And make sure I can still draw on here. Yes, I can. Good deal. All right, everything's starting to work. Surprising how things work when you spend all day putting this thing together, I tell you. All right, let's go in a little bit closer here. Again, terrain warning. All right, let's go over to radial velocity tilt 1. Let's see what that's looking like there. And I'm going to turn on my storm tracks here. All right, and let's go ahead and start that up. Let's take a look here. I'm not seeing anything that really catches my eye in there. Now, whatever's in there, I think it's probably Doppler indicated. It's probably elevated. Just looking at what I'm seeing right now. Let's go here. See what we got as far as any hail in here. I'll take a look here. Oh, good Lord. Turn these off real quick. Yeah, this is probably some pretty good hail in here. 100% chance of hail, 1 3/4 inch hail. These different higher color spans that you see in here are going to be your hail cores that are in there. So that is nasty. But not seeing like that same thing I was seeing down to the south. So let me turn the warnings back on again. Next thing I gotta make for this thing is I'm probably gonna make some informational slides I want to put in here, like what to do, where to go, that kind of stuff. As we go along, I've got my radars, which is good. I got my water vapor. I've got my storm reports in here. I'm probably going to add a couple of storm chaser cameras. This is just one that I've been using off the internet, and giving credit here to Connor Croft. And if you want to check out his YouTube page, please do. Any of these chasers that go out there, they got their GoFundMe accounts and all that stuff out there. So you can definitely help these chasers help pay for their gas and pay for their bills and stuff like that. I'm definitely all for that. Let's see. I love my new watch warning light, and I got, of course, I got the traditional slides. This is the still looking at your enhanced risk for severe weather. Hail, that's a hail core right there, actually. That's the hail. This is there's your tornado path right now. They're still showing the highest there across areas of Arkansas and Oklahoma. And I saw that big cell that we're going to go back and take a look at here in a second. The wind is just a tremendous, they're about 15% chance stretching from Ohio back to Texas. So everything that the Storms Prediction Center had put out as far as where they were expecting this with the enhanced look right through there is lining up pretty good. The only thing I'll be honest with you, looking at it now, I think I would have just taken that enhanced all the way up into Indiana and into Ohio, because I think that they're getting a little bit more activity there than I was originally looking at. And I think the folks at the at SBC would probably have changed it. Now it's too late to do anything about it now, but I think I would have put it up there. And I think they're thinking it was probably the same as mine, in the sense that when you have those storms in the morning, you usually lose a little bit of muster there, and just didn't quite work out that way. All right. Weather is not an exact science. Oh. All right. Let's go back down to... Oh, there's a new one there. Let me go back over to this one. Close that down. Let's go back to Doppler 1. I just saw something there I want to highlight. Alright, I saw a new TBS lit up there, so let's kick the controls and stop that real quick. Yeah, a new TBS lit up right there. Boom. Alright, so 1.5 inch hail, that is moving, looks like boy, that thing's really wrapped up in the middle of it, isn't it? So it's showing it going to the north of Little Rock, even though the storm relative velocity was showing it down to the south, but that's not unusual. So at least to see if they put a new tornado warning out ahead of it with a TVS on the tail end of that, where that current tornado warning is currently sitting. So I would suspect that they may go ahead and put a new tornado warning if that holds for another scan. I'm that's just looking at that right there. Boy, that's probably embedded. You're not going to see that with a flip. Let's look at the storm relative velocity. I still see this thing down to the south. I can't see. No. Let's see. No, not seeing it very well at all. Let's try tilt 2, see what that looks like. Well, I can see a little something better in there. Yeah, I still see it to the south of that. So you look at the reds and the greens kind of going backwards of each other. That's the key there. So let's go back to that. So just near the Arkansas Little Rock area, folks need to be ready for cover there. That is going to be some serious fun going on there tonight. All right, let's go back to the... Oh, that's some just non-stop lightning on there. That's something I probably should show folks, is probably the lighting on this. Let's do this. Let's go to my interactive radar here. I'll turn on the light. This thing's got just tremendous amount of lightning with this thing, all up and down this thing. Just really, really nasty stuff. So let's see here. Weather. Let's turn on lightning here. Oh yeah, look at this. Tremendous amount of lighting, all up and down that thing. And with the storm system like this that's been getting a lot of hail with it, you're typically going to get a lot of lightning. The more ice that's in a thunderstorm, you're going to get more concentrations of lightning, because ice is a very good, and it's really heavy down here in Arkansas. Wow, just a tremendous amount of lightning with these storms as they're moving through Arkansas right now. Just to the north of Little Rock, and then even back here to the north of Texas, north of Dallas, catching just a piece of the extreme north of Texas there. And even getting some storms out here early, out here south of Nashville. That's some pretty hefty stuff coming to the Nashville area here in the next, I'd say next hour and a half or so. Very, very nasty. see here real quick. Now that's going to have to stay. I don't know why that's doing that. There's your current watches right now. They're stretching all the way. As the storms go by, they're clipping away the counties. So, but the tornado watches extend from Ohio all the way back to North Texas. I mean, that is a tremendously long strife of seeing, that kind of severe weather stretching that far. This is a very impressive night, to say the least, so far. In fact, let me see what our reports are looking like right now. So far, kind of going to the storm prediction page. And they're just getting blasted. Yeah, and that's to not be expected. I can't even get their page to load up right now. There it is. Finally slid up. All right, so far with this event, and I probably need to make a graphic for this one. I probably will here in a little bit. There have been 8 tornado reports so far, 83 wind damage reports, and 420 hail reports. Wow! Now talk about a bummer with the hail. 420 hail reports with this thing so far. But I think that those tornado reports will go up more, and they typically do after a set event because they got to go out and check on the damage and things like that. So that is not unusual to see that. And I need to keep these open, I think. Gotta figure it out. So, I mean, that is just, I'm on the right one, am I? No, I'm not. Let's do this one. Or let's go to this one. Sorry. It's this one, so if I want to draw on it, it won't let me. That's something I gotta figure out. There we go. There's my... Wow. That's some serious stuff there. Serious stuff. Just the non-stop lightning just amazes to me, watching the level of lightning on this stuff, to say the least. So, what I think I'm going to try to do here, I need to take one of these things and I need to make another graphic. So, let's do this one here. What we're going to do here, I want to show, duplicate, and this, we'll call this storm report totals. So I'll make a new graphic here. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm going to take out one of my things here, and I'm in what they call a studio mode, so I can work on something while I'm still showing the stuff on the other side. So that's something that's good there. So pardon me for a minute while I go check this out. I'm going to go over here, and it's on that side. So unless that'll go, did that go full? No, it doesn't. All right, we'll just have to steal it. Not a problem. Not a problem. Well, not exactly sure the size, so I'm just going to, I'm guessing right now. We'll just do that and see if it pops up here. Boom. Ah, there it goes. All I need to do is be able to frame it. So we will frame it. I made that way too big, but okay. Boy, I did that pretty damn good. Wow, that's pretty good actually. Am I out of there? I gotta move it down first. Let's move it down. All right, roll the test crawl, boom. And Bammo. Look at that. There you go. Latest storm report. So, massive number of hail reports. Probably need to keep that in a mode to where it is updating on a regular basis. So, not that one. Whoops. Because I don't know if it updates live while it's on the site. I think you've got to, when you go to it, it's got to update. So all I have to do is go here and just hit the refresh button when I wanted to go there. It's a quick flash, but that's easy. So it'll update as it goes along, as I go back to it. Just amazing here. Look at that storm total report so far. Amazing amount. I'm back to that. That hail report just blows my mind. I can't recall the last time I saw that kind of hail report. Oh, my wife's texting me. Who am I talking to? Who do you think I'm talking to? My wife wanted to know who I was talking to. And I'm sitting here doing a live broadcast and she wants to know who I'm talking to. Well, I'm talking to my fairy godmother. Say the least. All right, let's go back. Enough fooling around here. Then she messaged me again. Then she messaged me 3 messages here. I don't know. Who? All right, let's go to this map. Let's go back to the interactive radar here. I need to pull this back out, so let me go back here and do this real quick. Interactive, I want to pull this back out, and I need to turn this lighting off. It's a little distracting. I just had that up there for a hot minute just to kind of take a look at the lighting data. Let's go back over to Little Rock still. Still show that tornado warning there until 9:45. That's a long warning there. That's getting really close to Little Rock, I tell you. Let's go. That's a new warning that came out. It came out when I wasn't looking, so let's go take back a look. Yeah, they put a new one out. I kind of figured they would. There was a healthy TVS there a while ago. So, move that back down this way. Oops, not that one. Yeah, this is the only time I get to test everything here. That's the one thing I'm doing. I may not have my viewership right now doing this right now, but given time, especially if it looks clean, and I like how this looks. This is probably the best display I've had so far. There's that TBS right there. Let me go to my interactive mode here again. I am doing weather, honey, if you don't mind.
Really?
I am, yes.
This late at night?
Yeah, it's pretty bad right now. Little Rock's gonna get hammered. They're at 2 1/4 inch hail. There's some of those in the path of this storm. All take an hour off these. Take an hour off these. These are going from. I know I'm not gonna do this too much longer. Maybe another hour. I'm just testing everything. I gotta eventually do this as a full-time regular thing, so I can get more people watching my channel, which is what I'm hoping for. But I really want this to be informational and keep people aware of what's going on. So,
I'm gonna go pee in the back.
okay, go back to bed. I will be up there maybe an hour. I won't be too long. I can't do this all night, unfortunately. I would if I could. So there's that TBS right there, and again, the hail of this is amazing to me. Yeah, and that's. I still think it's the algorithm shifting it further north than it should be. I think it should be further south. What's my wife looking at? Mom or dad? My wife. Go figure. I've been married 27 years. All right, so the folks in Little Rock, man, I tell you, especially on the north side of town, Little Rock folks, if you're anybody in Little Rock needs to take immediate shelter and be ready for these storms as they're coming in to those areas right now. That is a nasty, mean-looking storm, to say the least. And I'm gonna go read up the. It is a nasty, nasty storm. So I'm going to zoom into that area here real quick. And let me transfer you over here. Going to transition over here to my watches and warnings there. All right, that's still lighting up as a watch. I have no idea why that has got to be something that's got to be fixed with this. That's not remotely right. Let me go in a little closer, a little tighter. Maybe that'll help. No. That's the warning right there coming into Little Rock right now. So you get an idea where what the path is on that. But I was trying to see, there it is, finally where it came up. So there's the tornado warning. Little Rock's issued there for central Pulaski County. Capable of producing a tornado moving 7 miles northwest of Salem, of Saline County, or 9 miles northwest of Benton, moving northeast at 30. Tornado and $half size hail possible. This radar indicated tornado. That's what I figured when I looked at it. It looked like it was elevated. So, but you just never know. So if you're in the Little Rock area, for sure you need to take immediate shelter on this particular storm as it's moving in your area. Here is the radar right now. And also, here's another concern. Wow, I just wasn't even, see, that's what I got to pay attention to this stuff. Got to pay attention. Things change very, very quickly. So, let me move this around here. You see this storm here moving up from the south. And this is kind of moving this way. Wherever they kind of hook up or they bounce into each other, that could also drop the tornadoes too. You get the individual supercells that have a squall line. They're almost like bumper cars. You can get additional spin ups there to happen as well. So, and that storm to the south is really hauling butt. It's moving faster than the stuff to the east of it. That's for sure. Wow, I think it's just indicative of the winds coming in this way, and then the winds coming in this way with that frontal system kind of coming in closer, dropping south there. So now with the loss of the daytime heating. Out of it's now 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern. You're losing a little bit of the dynamic of it. There's a tremendous amount of dynamics. We have wind shear, we have helicity there. CAPE is like gasoline; it fuels these thunderstorms, and that's the one thing as we progress through the overnight. These storms should begin to settle down a little bit, especially as we get over the midnight hour. And we've got a system that's dropping off toward the south, so that should help. But we still got a couple more hours before we see that. Just checking that storm report, make sure nothing new's come in here yet. But look at the whole state of Arkansas. The whole northern half just getting hammered with some severe weather going from one end of the state to the other. Even some flooding in there as well. With this storm, so just a tremendous amount of activity going on with this system. So let me go back to I'm gonna take a look up here as I go along the boundary here. All these warnings going up. Boy, that's a long tornado warning. I think it's still sitting there. That's radar indicated along that boundary with that squall line. And you see it go all the way up into Indiana, Bedford, getting ready to knock on your door, moving south of Indianapolis right now. Dayton getting hit pretty good. Akron just got hit pretty good. Pittsburgh, got some storms knocking on your door, and the severe weather goes all the way into Pittsburgh. That's just amazing. We're talking, that's got to be, 1,000 miles plus. Running right through there. That's just amazing to me. Just amazing to see that across that area. That's just unreal to see that kind of activity going on, stretching all the way right through here. If anybody has got a mouse problem, if you can know how I can get rid of that stupid problem, I love to try to figure out. I think I just need to go get a new mouse, because whenever I try to draw on it, it does this, drives me crazy, especially when I'm doing my weather videos. I'm like, man, it drives me nuts. But that is a tremendous line to see that kind of activity here in the middle of March. And the hail reports have been through the roof. I suspect we'll have more tornado reports. It's not an historic tornado outbreak, to say it's not like that. A tremendous hail run for sure. I honestly don't remember seeing that many hail reports in a while. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that much. But as you see with the chaser there, and that's up in Ohio, images like that are all up and down that line, going through Indiana, Illinois, Arkansas, back over toward Texas, Oklahoma. Even getting into middle portion of Tennessee, get a little bit of early action there across Alabama. They really wasn't expecting to get any of that stuff moving until tomorrow morning, really. But they're kind of getting some activity fired out ahead of that. main squall there. What's interesting is that you can see the classic line up here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on something here. Let me do that real quick. Let me do this. I want to show. I want to turn the temperatures on real quick here, so you can kind of see and put on the surface front here. So, all right. So there's our front, and you see the 50s and 40s back behind it. You see 60s and 70s out ahead of it. So you got a nice classic move of the air masses in here. I don't put the temperatures on because they do that. They kind of light up all that stuff, so I don't put them on that often. But you kind of see, again, behind the front, it's in the 40s and 50s. Ahead of the front, we're in the 60s and 70s. So you got a nice clash of the air masses going on here. And this big trough that's digging out in the west is not going to be in a big hurry to clear on out of here. This will be something that'll be very progressive to the overnight, as the models are indicating this thing was going to kind of kick on down to the south. And that's probably another feature. I probably need to put a high resolution model I want to add to this this slideshow to kind of show kind of like a futurecast radar. I do need to add that functionality here to this presentation. So, like I said, I'm doing this as a test run on this first big event here. Let me turn. Oh, I need to turn that off. Hold on a second. Let me turn that. I don't want that on because it drives me crazy. Ugh. All right. So just a tremendous amount of activity here. I just hope folks that where you've been listening to your local National Weather Service offices, your local TV guys, and know what you need to do. If you're in an area with a tornado, the best advice I can give you again is that interior hallway closet. The whole idea is to put as many doors between you and the outside. Stay away from windows. Don't go outside. You're not going to be able to see anything, folks, with this. If you hear that whistle or a freight train coming, I was in the path of a tornado once during Hurricane Ivan. Sideswiped my TV station I was working at, and it does sound like a freight train. It went right over our station. Luckily, it didn't rip the roof off the studio when it was doing it. It was a water spout, but it was a fairly weak one. So, there was insulation all on my car from where it had ripped some roofs off the houses there in Panama City. So again, just make sure that you are following the guidance that's being given from your local managers, your local television folks, and everything else. So this will be a growing product that I hope to continue to get better at and add more stuff to. The fact that I've been doing this now for almost an hour and I've had 25 views. So again, I don't have the numbers to do this on a live and regular basis, but I need to make sure that I'm willing to go, so eventually those numbers will start to go up. It's only a matter of time, but to get there, it's going to be a slow battle. So I need to continue to build this product and go. In fact, let's go ahead and work on another slide. I'm going to work on another slide. I want to add a new slide to this. So let's go to trying to keep this stuff in order, in some sort of order, if I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this interactive slide here, and I'm going to dump this. So I'm going to dump that out. Boom, there's that. I'm going to close that one out. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload here a new. Oh, I can't believe I was putting that. Right weather? Are you kidding me? I haven't used that thing in years. God, what is wrong with me? I am so old. The fact that I was going to go do that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, we're going to go HRR. All right, we're going to go to over here. Well, I'm looking for what I want to look for here. Is this what I want? No. Oh, the simulated. Oh, I see. Well, all right, yeah, that's the simulated one. There we go. That's what I want. All right. So we're going to copy that out. All right. So now I got to add my browser back in here. And we're going to call this simulated radar. Cha-cha-ching! Simulated radar. So we're going to add this to my reservoir of data in here. Of course, I got to figure out what exactly this is going to look like. So, yeah, that looks like crap. So, but I'm got to build this thing up first. So give me 1 second. I'm going to try to load this thing in and build this new graphic real quick on the fly, as you say. All right, that looks better. All right, just need to frame it correctly. Alrighty. This goes behind the test scroll. Boom. Yeah. Let's see. How's that look there? Nope. We got a little problem there. So let's bring that back over here and go back to my simulated radar here. Got to clean it up. Uh-oh, did I not rename it over here? Oh, I hate when I do that. Oh, that's crazy. I did not do that. Oh, there it is. I didn't rename it, so we got to rename it over here. Or did I just delete the other one out? I might have. Oh, well. I'll just leave the storm chaser up for that one. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Simulated radar. Here we go. Alright, now I just need to get this thing lined up because it is not lined up exactly. Alright, about there. And blows out a little bit there. And nope, still looks like I'm a little bit off. Like I said, trying to do this on the fly is a little bit tough. Tricky. There we go. That's good enough. That looks pretty good. Not bad, although it still looks like it needs to come over a little bit this way. It looks like I'm not quite on the... okay. That'll work for now. So anyway, I'm looking up the simulator radar here, and I probably need to put a zoom in on this too, but we'll work on that. Oh, you know what? Oh, damn, that was not smart. That was not smart. That's going to change it, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I should have known that was going to happen. Because I got to bring this down. There we go. Much better. Well, this is the simulator radar here showing the time. Now, once I get my subscription for Pivotal up to date, and I'm waiting on some money to come in to do it, because I want to pay all my subscriptions at once, I'll be able to put this in the normal time. And what I'll probably do is, and I'll have to figure out where I'm gonna put the time on this. So this is going through. This is still coming in right now, but you kind of see what goes on. This goes right up until, what is that, 8 o'clock in the morning. So right now it's quiet, but notice by the time we get at 8 o'clock in the morning, boom, we're talking about North Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi getting it pretty good here during the morning hours. So that's where we're looking right now as far as this is the high resolution radar showing what it said. So activity should begin to settle down, but you notice here that I think it's the high resolution is just underdoing this a little bit. I mean, it's clearly underdoing it just a little, but looks like as we head toward the morning hours, Birmingham, Knoxville, Chattanooga, heading back over to northern Mississippi, going to be problems for that rush hour in the morning, to say the least, with that. So this is the new graphic. I will have to fool with that one a little bit later, but let's get back to the actual what's going on out there right now. That's the storm force. So Again, here's the current watch. I'm noticing it looks like the number of warnings are starting to come down a little bit. Again, I was anticipating this because it is 10:20 at night. The major heating, we were in the 70s and even some 80s down to south. It's starting to cool off, so the atmosphere gets a chance to settle down a little bit. The warmer the temperature, that's one of the ingredients you look for severe weather. You're looking for energy, heat energy. We call it CAPE in weather lingo. You're looking for dynamics. You're looking for wind shear. That's winds that change with height to support tornadoes. You get winds that blow in from the south, but up a bluff. Aloft, they're coming up from the west, so you're getting spin. Helicity is another factor. So the dynamics with this have been quite impressive, and you really can see that here on the water vapor imagery here with the twisting and turning of this big trough in the west and kind of bumping into that mild air that's been hovering across the east here for the last couple of days. So tremendous amount of wind shear with that changing wind. You got the diving jet stream coming through there. So just an absolute mess right now out there, to say the least. Looks like Connor is doing some live broadcasting there. If you want to check out his site, he's in YouTube, Connor Croft. He's chasing up in Ohio right now. Been reporting about what's going on up in that neighborhood. And I'm probably going to, like I said, I'm going to add a couple of storm chaser stuff in here as we go along. And I'm going to add Radar Omega to my repertoire. I've been using WeatherTap for years. That's something I've been using since 2000, I think, a long time. And I like it. It's okay. But Radar Omega is definitely next level up, and I definitely want to get on board with that. Not to mention the fact that I really want to have that automated feature down below for my watches and warnings to be coming on as these are popping up. New warnings will come up, the count will go up. So that's something that I will be adding here shortly, guys. I'm going to pay for all my stuff at one time as I continue to try to build up this effective channel here for severe weather coverage, so I can get my subscriber base up. And it's not about, it really isn't about, it's about safety. It's about getting your information out. And this is something I truly have a passion. I've been doing this a long time. I don't get the chance to do it full time anymore in the TV mode. I just kind of fill in to do that. So to have the technology and availability to do this now really is something special, to say the least, to be able to do this. So it is. I'll go back over here to this warning area that I'm still watching near Little Rock. So to be able to do this and to have the technology to do it is great. Man, I see I lost another viewer, but that's okay. We're not. This is a test night, so so that I can provide this critical information when it matters the most. So this having a night like this and being able to test the technology, to test the maps, to be able to go out and do that is what I am doing here, and it's definitely been a fun evening for me. But at the same time, this is a dangerous situation. It's kind of a double-edged sword when you're a weather guy and you just want to make sure that everybody is safe and that the folks get the information that they need to do this. So again, I'm kind of reloading up the current watches and warnings out there right now to show the expanse of this system, to say the least, from Ohio all the way down into North Texas. That's just absolutely an amazing line to see. But the number of warnings are coming down. Seeing a significant drop off in the number of warnings that are being reported. The yellow areas are your severe thunderstorm warnings. The red are your tornado warnings. I've only seen a couple of those now. So things are starting to settle down. That's the good news there. To see that for tonight. And we're not going to be done with this just yet. There'll be some more activity tomorrow, but it won't be quite as be further south across the southeast. And I got to build that graphic into this too, for maybe a day 2 outlook as well. But this was the worst of it tonight, during today and tonight, and we'll see things begin to improve tomorrow. And then we'll get ready for perhaps another round of some severe weather. Maybe looks like across the southeast and up into New England as we head into the following weekend. At least that's what the European was kind of hinting at when I was looking at it earlier. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shut down here for tonight. That's it for now. This was a good test run for me, and we will continue to get better with this, and hopefully folks will come back.